Hey YouTubers, fellow truckers, this is my first video ever. They call me Pokey on the radio, and I'm going to show you what you basic needs for your first CB radio. First you need a radio. Now this one here is a Cobra 29, and it doesn't really matter what you get, they're all basically the same. I just like Cobras. And so pick you up a radio, and you'll probably, I don't know, I would just get a brand new one if you got the money, but I mean, some of y'all are going to be pretty broke getting started. So you need a radio. If you buy one new, it's going to come with the power cord. Pick you up some extra fuses for the line, because if you hook it up to the wrong wires, you're going to blow a fuse. And so that just plugs in the back of here. And the cord is got a cat hair on there. The cord is going to be either going to go to some posts or you'll have to wire it in, or you'll have to use a cigarette lighter plug, which I don't recommend because it picks up a lot of noise. I'm stuttering because my video's freaking out. I don't know what's going on. And you're going to need a coax. Your coax goes from the back of your radio into your antenna. So it just goes in here, and you want to push on it and then screw it and push on it and screw it and push on it, just till you get it all the way in there, and make sure it draws this part up there so it gets a good ground. Then you got to have an antenna, and I suggest a Francis or a Shakespeare antenna. You know, you can tweak all this and learn more about them as you get started. This is just going to get you started so you're not out there on the road with nothing to talk on. And you're going to need help out there, especially you new people. And, you know, you're going to have to filter through the lies. But, you know, there's good people out there, and, you know, they'll help you when you need it. So the antenna connects to what's called a nut. And it's going to be somewhere on your truck, like your mirror bracket or somewhere, or you can get your own. And this is a vice grip thing for slip seating, but you can use it on a sleeper truck, and it gets a real good ground. You know, you can grind it into the mirror bracket and get these teeth to get a good ground in that metal. So you're going to get you do the same thing when you hook this up. Stick it in there and screw it down, and just keep pressing on it because it kind of moves around in there. And so you got your power and you got your antenna, and you're going to have a microphone. And the reason why I say mic last is because if you key up on this mic, you know, and start talking on it before you got an antenna hooked up, you're going to blow your finals out, so don't do that. So you'll just put your mic on right here. And this is a Road King 56 mic. It's a really good mic. It's better than the stock mic. It's going to come with your radio, and I highly recommend it. So you hook that up. Kind of like make sure it's pushed all the way in. Now, not all mics fit all radios. Some of them are 3-prong, some of them are 4-prong. So make sure you know which one to get before you buy it. So there you go. I bought this radio off of eBay, I believe, for, I don't remember, 20, 40 bucks, something like that. You want to have your volume, self-explanatory. Turn your squelch all the way down. Turn your dynamic up about 3/4, and your RF gain all the way up. And you can turn that dynamic up down a little bit if your speaker starts to squeak. There's a speaker in the bottom of the radio, but if it's laying on something, you know, a lot of good that's going to do. Most trucks nowadays have built-in external speakers. You can use them, or you can buy one separately. And that external speaker will just plug into the back of the radio right here. This one's for a PA. Now that don't, you know, I mean, you can get a PA if you want, but that was kind of more or less for police officers and emergency personnel when they started having these in their squad cars and stuff. So basically that's it. You know, you might have to strap this thing down on your dash if you don't have a slot for it in your truck. If you don't know which one's the ground and which one's the power, then you can ask a mechanic. Or you can use a test light. You know, some of y'all might know a little bit about stuff like that. But just get you some electrical tape to put your wires together if you don't have posts. Keep them from shorting out, and get you some new extra fuses, and you're good to go. I'm Pokey, and I'm back out.